Get out, you!
This season, Green Superintendent Jeff Jane will roll the first jack, and Colin Christensen, who's been instrumental in driving the team for this developed green, will play the first bowl. So when you're ready, Jeff and Colin. The season in green are officially open for bowls white truck.
Old friend, looking up to watch a bird, holding arms to climb a curve. Old friend. Bless my life, grant me one.
Pick it up. One way. Oh, that's in it.
Looking up to watch a bird, holding arms to climb a curve. Lord, when all my work is done, bless my life.
Michelle. That's okay. Sorry about that. They're both from TET Trust, that we got sponsorship for our artificial green. So welcome you two. Welcome.
Right, the procedure is I've got some water here that I've got from the weight rip. This one that's got a weight bait in it. Yeah, right. And the other thing is our symbol has a tui. Did you hear the tui today? Yes. Up there? Well, part of my karakia as I go around is to the tui. Make our bowls go onto the kitty. So without any further ado, I'm close. Those who want to follow me, join with me, and anyone else, just wants to follow me around. In your own mind, you're allowed to express those as you go to. You want to. What do you call it? Maori King, and then any other members who've passed on since last year. Nō reira, e pāmanaki mai sa te, nō reira te mea tūtahi ki tūheitia mō ngā haerenga, me e tahi atu mate. Mate? Ana, i motu ia koe e mate. Nō reira, Bill, e tahi atu. hao, ka pai. Nō reira, haere takoto koutou i roto tuai roa rātou mā. Hoki mai kia tātou ngā hunga ora, tātou o te takaro maumaita o Waitara. Anei tō tātou whenua i te rānei, nō reira, haere mai tātou. I roto reira, kōrero, kei runga, kei raro, kei roto, kei waho, rere, rere hau, pai māne. Haere mai. E nei ngā wai o ngā Waitara.
Turn that off. We'll turn it down anyway. On behalf of the both Waitara, I just want to for everybody to welcome the two TET people. Without them, we would never be out there on that beautiful green out there. Melisa and Tony, can you welcome please? You want to say something there? This is that was played for today, and it goes to Robert Wollston. Can they all come up here, please?
Come on, Gail.
This is the first time.
Oh, help me, you hang on to it, I'll probably...
First thing I'd like to do though, I'd like to congratulate my team today for their play. It was very enjoyable, and officially now the summer bowling season has started. And of course at subtropical Waitara we're spoilt with climate, so we can get out and enjoy the facilities that we've got. Now today is a special occasion for Bowls Waitara in that we officially acknowledge the opening of the Tiger Turf Artificial Green. Now this project was discussed a number of years ago with the steering committee, as the artificial grass green that we had here was getting a bit tired after, I believe, 25 years of wear. And so the subcommittee decided to go out and canvass businesses who are in the sports field preparation line, and they came up with the Tiger Turf Company. You saw samples that were here during the course of the year, and a decision was made of a surface to run with, which we now have here. The committee looked at the finances, and of course chook raffles and card days have to go forever if you're going to raise an incredible amount of money to make these facilities come to fruition. So an approach was made to the Taranaki Electricity Trust to see if they were able to support with funding. Now this trust was first put together back in the early 90s. I know a little bit about the origin of it because at that time I was living in Eltham and I was chairman of the community board, and we were involved in discussions with the then Taranaki Electric Power Board as to what was going to happen with the merger of electricity companies. Anyway, the Taranaki Electricity Trust was formed, and it was to service the areas that were supplied by the Taranaki Electric Power Board, and it stretches from Tiroti up through Eltham to Stratford, out to Awatuna, and then around to Inglewood, across here to Waitara, and then as far out as Uriti. And it also includes the Republic of Wangamumana. Now over the years, I can tell you that the Taranaki Electricity Trust has been very forthcoming and looking at projects in those supply areas. And here today, we're very fortunate to be able to enjoy the fruits of what the Trust has seen fit to supply us here in the form of finance, so we can get this facility up and running. Now, not only is it good for us here at Bowls Waitra, but also for Bowls Taranaki, because it also gives Bowls Taranaki an opportunity to play tournaments here all year round, should the weather be inclement in other areas of the province. So Melisa Stevenson and Tony Bedford are two representatives from the Northern or Hay Ward, and they would have been sitting in the chairs at the trust meetings, reading the applications, and in some instances inspecting requirements from various applicants. And it's very pleasing to know that the trust has supported our application to enjoy that green today. So Melisa, Tony, thank you very much. If you'd take your sentiments back to the board of Taranaki Electricity Trust, and I'm sure that if you wish to come through the gate at any time during any year, you'll see that this facility here is in use, and you can go away from here today knowing that you've certainly been a great help to a great number of people, young and old. So thank you very much, and I'll give you the opportunity now to speak. But thank you from Bowls Waitra.
To visit probably a year ago when we were assessing the applications. So it's wonderful to see the progress that you've made today. It's also fantastic to see all of you out here still bowling. I work in health, so it's really important that you come out, have the physical activity and the social connection, and the occasion that Bowls provides to do that for communities is really important. So it's a privilege as a TET trustee to be able to come out and support things like this that create that connection within community. It also helps to generate the economic stimulus that happens within communities. You know, when you host Bowls Taranaki out here and people go down the hill and they fill up their cars and they spend time in Waitara, it's good for everybody. So it's great to see that the contribution here has a legacy and an impact on the wider community. It's got a proud legacy, the Electricity Trust, and it was your legacy. So it's wonderful to be able to see it being returned to you guys. My in-laws are the Stevensons from the Waimea Bowling Club, and they are both life members, so they're very passionate supporters of bowls in Taranaki, so they might have put a very good word in for you too. But yeah, no, it's wonderful to see all that you've achieved and the vibrancy that still exists within this club, and I wish you a very good bowls season. Thanks for having me. Thank
you. Yeah, so for me, and Melisa, who are the two northern trustees for TET, for Ward A, which is from, basically we look after the whole lot, but two out of the three trustees, there's two from Waitara. I see that as a huge advantage. So please remember that when the next elections come up, because it is a good advantage. Yeah, so the last couple of years, TET, I think, have put in either side of 200,000 into the Waitara Bowling Club. But that doesn't happen by just putting funds in. I made the comment out there earlier that you can have the best facilities of any bowling club in Taranaki, but unless you've got the volunteers and the committee, then the facilities count for nothing, because then your club doesn't function, doesn't survive. So I congratulate all those volunteers that make days like today and clubs like this happen. I just want to let you know we've got our big funding round coming up now. So we have one funding round a year where you can apply for over 100,000, and that's the funding round last year that this club used to get, I think, 147,000. Yeah. Okay, once a year. It's getting very, very competitive out there in funding. So our application's closed for this year's funding round on the 20th of August. We have $2 million to give away. We had applications of $13 million. So, with the world as it is at the moment, funding is going to get very critical on how we select. So we've got a terrible job starting in a week and a half's time, because there's going to be $11 million worth of applications that are going to be unsuccessful. So that's the sort of stuff we've got to go through. It's not an open checkbook for everybody, and we look very hard. We look at balance sheets, we look at the people, we look at the membership. This club is really a little shining light in Waifara. Well done, and you know, it's not only what happened inside the fence. I mean, Colin's been on my case as a counsellor for outside the fence, so I've got a double whammy over the last 12 months. So, but it's looking good. Enjoy it, work hard to keep it, and work hard to grow it. So, well done.
Before we go, let's get the car park done and all the shrubs and trees removed. A big thank you to you for your efforts there. We're trying to get it swept, but we're not having much trouble. You better see if you can.
We actually have funding applications at TET monthly, if you want to put some in for some brooms and I'm sure
we will be coming and knocking on your door again at some stage. Anyway, thank you very much, guys, for your efforts.
Just before we round up the official part, I'd like to acknowledge Melisa and Tony for taking time out of their so-called day off to come here and represent, because I know there are other sporting events on which may have had an attraction.
It's on TV.
But I have to let you know that there was an apology today from Grant McCauley, and Grant is going into hospital on Tuesday for his first operation, but he was going to try and be here, but apology from him, and an apology from Steve Farquhar, who we know is up at Awakino trying to catch us some whitebait. But anyway, thanks very much, and Cliff, I'll hand back to you.
Thanks, Bobby. I think the ladies got the afternoon tea ready, so you two can go first.
There's no white bait though.
There's no white bait. But afternoon tea's on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Birds and bees and all flowers and trees, fishes on the line. Girls and guys, yellow butterflies, sing hello summertime. A homemade boat and a river to float with nothing on our mind. Summer moon above, two people in love, singing hello summertime, summertime. Laying back in the sun. Yes, summertime. Having summertime fun. It's a time for two, just me and you, and the summertime.